Hi, welcome back to Better. I'm your host, Cynthia Thompson. And a few weeks ago, I had some friends on my show, and we were talking about dating while black. Professional black women, most of them, they are single and want to be married, but they can't quite figure out how to do it. But it's not all their fault. So I had some shows with two young men, then I had a show with two young women, but today I have a show with one young man, brave young man, and two young ladies that decided to come back so that we could all just talk together about this thing called love and dating and relationships. Thank you for joining me again. We have Eddie, Wanda, and Des. I want to call you Diaz, but I know that's not right. Des, that joined me back again. Thank you guys for coming back again.
You're welcome.
So, whenever I talked to you separately, you all had different views about dating and why women are single and why men aren't doing the right things. Let's just come together and bring it all together. And I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but Eddie, since you're the only man here, and since you're brave enough to come back, what are women doing wrong?
Well, I don't think that's the actual thing that they're doing something wrong. I think, I guess we're both doing something wrong, male and female.
Uh-huh.
And I think what we're lacking is a trust.
Uh-huh.
We're lacking in caring for the other person
Mm-hmm.
and putting them 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I can extremely say that when I was married, I didn't put my wife 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
which brings me to, having a male figure in the household
Mm-hmm.
or a strong black man or whatever the case may be. That person has to be positive
Mm-hmm.
and willing to teach.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, a strong woman can raise a strong black man. Period. There's just other things that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Things that y'all mentioned in y'all last show, and I thought was effective.
Mm-hmm.
But and I've seen it. I'm from Harlem, and there's some men that grew up and became successful, and I know that. Well, I think that their fathers wasn't a good example. So.
So tell me, the whole table, this is a question for anybody can jump in. Why do you feel like you need to be in control of everything?
I don't think
You
I
don't
need
feel
to
that
be-
way?
Nope.
Ah.
I actually hate the spirit of control.
So-
I think that everyone is born here on this earth, and although we were given some of the same things as a human being, I think we have different gifts and different things that make us unique. And I think that the person that you're with, you owe it to the person that you're with to figure out what that is, and even to see if it's a good match, or that you're making that connection with the person you're supposed to be with. Because why stifle someone from being who they are?
Because
You should
I-
only help maybe make them better, or to be the best that they can be. But I hate the spirit of control. I
You know,
hate it.
I've heard that some men say that the women are too controlling, and then some women say that the men are too controlling. Why do you think that is?
If someone allows it, then that could happen. But like Des was saying, you should not want to control someone, because that means they're no longer the person that you were attracted to. Because if you were attracted to a free-spirited person that was independent and their own unique person, and then once you get with them, you try to change them, then you're no longer attracted to who you were originally attracted to. So they're not that person anymore.
Okay.
So you should not want to be with someone that's trying to control you and not allowing you to be who you are.
I also think now I've been told that I have a big ego, which I don't. I like. I'm successful. I'm a high achiever. I'm driven. So if it comes across that way, yes. And I'm very opinionated, and I'm straightforward, honest to the point. And I might make suggestions, but I would never force my suggestions or opinions on anyone.
So what do you think, Eddie? You've been really quiet over there.
Well, I just, that word control might take us away from the real issue. I think women do, and they play a part in trying to organize the family, whether it be the male and the children or one of them. And I think to a degree it's a good thing. But in almost most of my relationships, a woman has tried or attempted to get me to change. And you could call it controlling or attempting to control, but I don't want to use that word. And I don't see it as a problem until it gets bad, until we can't communicate because
she's not getting her way, or
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
and that's not fair. I think more or less it has to do with, I think the reason why a lot of relationships fail is because of lack of communication, lack of being able to express how you're truly feeling. Because I think a lot of men feel like they don't want to say certain things because they don't want to hurt a woman. And I think a lot of times women go a little too overboard. You have a man that's trying to be honest with you and tell you, express how they truly feel, but you can't take it because you want to go off and you want to, my thing is, all you have to do, brother, is sit down and talk to me and be sincere with me. As long as you're not coming at me making me feel bad or being angry and yelling, and if you're coming to me with a sincere heart, I can receive it.
That's a good quality. What do you think?
I think I agree with both of you because it's give and take. And like I said, I don't like the word control, but like you're saying, the woman should organize the house. I mean, sometimes the man organizes the house and keeps everything in order because you have to have order. Because if not, you're going to have chaos, and chaos is just going to lead to destruction. So you do have to have some sense of order there. But control, like I said, is a harsh word, and we take that. As soon as someone says controlling or domineering, it takes you to another place. So, but organization.
And the organization should be something that you do together. So then it's not like a controlling type of thing because you're working together. That's the whole point of being in a relationship.
I just want the big piece of chicken.
That's easy. I don't eat chicken.
I like to cook, so
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Jangan aku.
This song was created with heartbeats of children in need. Find out how it can help frontline health workers bring hope to millions of children at everybeatmatters.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
So, do you guys think that men are intimidated by successful women?
If they just like Wanda said before on the other show, if they don't have the esteem, a high self-esteem, yeah, of course they're gonna be, and vice versa.
Well, I agree. I would be intimidated, but usually it comes with character. Usually a person that's successful will have that dominatory effect, and so that would intimidate me slightly until we really got to know each other. But if I'm respected as a man, and you allow me to function like a man, then it will no longer affect me as far as your dominatory position.
How do you guys feel about dating outside of your race? Does that bother you?
I was waiting for you to ask that question. I could not wait till you asked that question. And I'm going to be
Are you
so...
okay with it?
Listen, I'm very straightforward and honest. Now, I just love black men. I love the way they look. I almost feel like I would be a traitor. But it's gotten to the point where maybe I should go outside of my race, because I mean, ultimately, I just want someone that's going to treat me with respect, treat me, just know how to love in a healthy way, so we can have a healthy relationship, and just know what it's about to like really build together, and help each other, even if we don't have some of the same goals and dreams, help each other out, get to where we want to be with our goals and dreams.
I don't think it matters, because to me, like she was saying, if they know how to treat me right and treat me like the woman that I'm supposed to be, and they show love and care for me, I don't care what color they are, because love is blind. And if you truly go into a relationship with unconditional love, and that's what you're looking for, it doesn't have a color. I mean, because anyone can treat you wrong or anyone can treat you right. It doesn't matter what color they are. It depends on what's in their heart, and everybody's heart is red. So that's my opinion.
I agree with both of you. However, when you grow up, you learn from being around certain people a certain attitude and things of that nature. So when you meet someone, you kind of want that same style. Not necessarily. You can adjust to some different.
It's almost like traditions.
Yeah. So
it's like
I agree. I keep that option open.
Right.
Well, I grew up in
it's
a
like
mixed
what
family,
they
so-
say don't bring. We don't we don't use the same comb and brush type of thing. You know.
Yeah.
But
do you really know my hair?
Right.
Like, can you help me?
Well, growing up, different family members dated biracial, and I've seen the negative effects of it, because I had an uncle that was shot just because he was black and wanted to date a white woman. So I've seen the negative sides of it, but they loved each other, and and I saw it growing up. So I was used to biracial, whatever it's called now, biracial relationship. So I've seen both sides of it, the good side and the dark side of it.
Right.
So, but again, I just say it just depends, because if it's someone that you're supposed to be with, then the color should not matter. And because it's like each person is an individual, and when you meet, even if you meet someone, if two black people get together, they're both individuals. So you're going to have to learn how to adjust and to live with that person or to grow with that person to have a relationship. So color is going to be the same thing, whether they're black, white, green, purple, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, you still have to, and I'm from the hood, and there's certain things that you learn. And if I was to date someone Caucasian, let's say, or Chinese, Japanese, it would take a whole lot of my teaching to bring them in the realm of how I came up. Now, that's not a problem, but it can become a problem. And the thing is, you know, you're at a restaurant and someone says something derogatory. How do you react? You follow me? As a man or a male person, because you're the protector, it can get out of hand, and people can be evil. And I think things is changing, and that's a good thing. But that's one of the challenges, I think, of interracial relationships.
I think now it's probably better than it used to be. Like, you know, back in the 70s when people first started, it was, like you said, it's probably much worse. But now I think so many people have opened up to it, and they're just kind of used to it now. You don't get people looking at a couple that's biracial the way they used to. You know, it used to be, oh my God, like, oh, it's a black and a white couple. Ooh. But now it's just kind of like, okay.
It's a norm.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
It's not a problem like it was before. I agree.
Just like so many other things.
Yeah, I was just saying, now it's focusing on something else.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers. Right now.
Packers, Vikings,
Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
So, do you all think it's okay for let's say your kids growing up, and kids see race differently than what we do. Do you think it's okay for them to date outside of their race? Would you prefer them with a black man or a black woman? The reason why I asked you this is because I told my mother, I said, you know, I may end up having to marry someone white because I'm not able to find a black man that's able to take care of everything I want them to do. And she was like silent for a little while. And she said, okay. So are you okay with that? Are your parents okay with you dating someone outside of your race?
At this point, like, my parents would be, they just want whoever's going to treat me well and do right by me. And, you know, with me having gone through so many different dating experiences and stuff like that, and seeing what's out here now from what it used to be, I feel the same way for my kids. Like, whoever you're going to find that you really, you know, fall in love with, or I don't like using fall in love with. I think people make a choice on who they love. I don't believe in the fall in love thing. But if they grow to love someone and that person really loves them and cherishes them and takes care of them, hey, go for it. I don't care if they're Chinese, Hispanic, whatever. I mean, hey.
I kind of agree. Because, and even if you tell them not to, if that's something that they deeply care about, they're going to try to talk to them anyway. So it's better to be open and keep the lines of communication open so that, you know, you do have the opportunity to learn more about the person and their family. And, you know, and that might just be the route that they go. And I wouldn't, you know, hold them against doing it.
And Eddie?
Wow, you know, it's inspirational to listen to you talk the way y'all, the things y'all have said that I've heard. I wonder if that's the norm, because I don't know, it seems like a challenge to me, and not biracial stuff, but just dating, period. I don't know, like I said, the trust, all of those things, but y'all seem like very nice people. But I've run into I've run into some opposite, and that's why I'm in the position I'm in.
Well, it all goes with experience. I mean, you know, because if you've been bitten by a dog, you're not gonna like any dog. You know what I'm saying? But if you grew up around dogs and you love dogs, you're gonna like dogs. So I mean, it's the same type of thing.
Okay, we just have a few more minutes left. And since this is our last show and we're all together, I want you to tell me, each of you tell me one positive thing about this experience of sitting together talking about dating and some things that you've learned so far.
Well, I think it's opened up my mind, because hearing a male perspective, I would not have thought that it was such a, you know, still prevalent about dating outside of your race, or, you know, what are the main concerns for a guy, because I don't really get to hear that side from someone that I'm, you know, talking to or trying to date, because they're not going to open up and tell you that. So to me, it was a great experience just to learn from Eddie, from his experiences, and to hear what he thinks.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. And it's funny because you hear a lot that a good man is hard to find, but I just hear a lot from men too that it's really hard to find a good woman. And you know, here you are saying that, and it's like, what? There's so many great women out here. What do you mean? We're looking for you. So you know, it's opened my eyes, because I'm like, okay, where's the solution? How do we find a solution? How do we put the really great guys together and the great women together? How do we do it?
How do you do it?
How do you do it? Can we come up with a solution? Because I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, seriously.
More background.
Well, you know that's what I do. So.
Okay, Eddie, you the last one.
It was a pleasure for me to be here and amongst quality, which seems to be quality people.
Thank you.
And it's just been enjoyable, and I can say that I guess to make this successful, you just need to mingle, get out there, and fight for what you want.
And I want to thank you all for joining me again today on my show. We really had a great conversation this time, too. We're going to have to do this again. I don't know when, but we're going to have to figure it out. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today on my show. Better You is every Wednesday night at